through an open records request, I obtained copies of all code enforcement complaints regarding the Oxford Circle apartments. Now, most of them were about a lack of working AC in the building. However, one complaint mentioned the case had been closed as the building has been condemned as a result of last week's deadly gas leak. While the city has not yet publicly shared the cause of that leak, this complaint says it was, quote, due to mechanical equipment malfunctioning, causing CO spreading through units. After learning this, I reached out to the city to ask if code enforcement had completed their investigation into what caused the leak. In a statement, they told me they're, quote, aware of an improper working boiler system at Oxford Circle apartments. It's the responsibility of the property owner to correct these issues.
Well, Samantha, we know that building has been condemned after the gas leak. Do we know the timeline now about when the issue is going to be addressed?
Well, the city tells me the property owner will fix this issue within 3 weeks. Then code enforcement and state plumbing and boiler inspection will re-inspect that property. If those repairs meet code requirements, the condemnations will be lifted.
I think it could have been prevented.
Just after 4 a.m. last Monday, fire crews were called to Oxford Circle apartments for someone struggling to breathe. They found a high level of flammable gas, methane, and carbon monoxide at the complex and quickly evacuated it. 11 people were hospitalized and one person was killed in this gas leak. Samuel Lee's family tells us he had just moved into the Oxford Circle apartments days before his death. Now they believe someone should be held responsible.
When we heard about this, it just really broke me down. It's just something that really shouldn't, I don't think it should have happened.
WKYT Investigates uncovered the cause of the leak through an open records request, malfunctioning mechanical equipment. The city of Lexington confirmed the building had an improper working boiler system. Photos of the boiler are seen in the fire department's inspection of the building just hours after the deadly leak. It says they were unable to confirm the last time the boiler had been inspected.
When I seen the pictures of that boiler, I'm like, it was so old and rusted and tore up.
Samuel Lee's brother, Mark Gross, first saw that boiler on our air. He says the family hasn't received any answers from the city or the building's owners.
We have not received nothing. What I received was watching Channel 27 News.
The fire department's inspection outlined several other code violations in addition to the boiler system. It says 16 of the building's 32 units had either missing or non-operational smoke detectors. Inspectors also found issues with the building's sprinkler system as well as several holes in the building's walls and ceilings.
It's just hard to believe that he actually still had tenants living in that type of condition.
The city of Lexington confirmed the building did not have CO detectors, which aren't required because it was built before 2011. In Lexington, Samantha Valentino, WKYT.
I woke up hearing somebody beating at my door.
On July 7th, fire crews were called to the Oxford Circle apartments for someone struggling to breathe. They found a gas leak and quickly evacuated the complex.
Seen them bringing people out on stretchers.
11 people were hospitalized and one person, Samuel Lee Gross, was killed. An inspection report revealed the cause of the deadly gas leak, this improper working boiler system. The building was condemned, but property owners had a chance to lift the condemnation if they fixed the boiler system and several other issues within 3 weeks. The problems weren't fixed. Code enforcement issued this citation to the property owners for ongoing noncompliance. It comes with a fine of more than $10,000. The city says it's the largest fine they've issued in more than 2 decades. The owners now have until September 10th to repair their 35 violations. If they don't, they'll face additional penalties ranging from $100 to $2,500.
We really did, as a city, try to hold this landlord accountable for negligence.
The complex didn't have any carbon monoxide detectors. State law only requires them in buildings built before 2011. The Oxford Circle apartments were built in 1965. Now, Councilmember Reynolds is taking steps to prevent a tragedy like this from ever happening in Lexington again.
I started talking to the fire marshal, and we decided that it would be a positive thing to see if we can update that law and see if maybe we can require it for any unit that does have a utility with gas.
Once council returned from summer recess, Reynolds placed into committee a review of requirements for carbon monoxide detectors in Lexington rental units.
We're saying this is a huge deal, this cannot happen again.
The next step is to present the issue to committee. From there, it could eventually go to the full council for a vote. In Lexington, Samantha Valentino, WKYT.